All right, Stryper family, I just wanted to get on here and say a few things. Michael posted yesterday, put together some comments, just some really pathetic things that were commented concerning Oz Fox, the issues that he's having with his medical. You know what? Medical insurance is not cheap, it's not cheap. And then, I don't know. We live in this world where, and Satan has a big hand in this. We live in a world where Hollywood, the government, even commercials that you might see on TV, it's all geared toward the eyes. Perception is reality. Think about that. Perception is reality with many people in this world. An analogy. Think of Arnold Schwarzenegger back in his prime. People saw the body. They saw the Conan movies. So they automatically looked at his body and started thinking this guy's a beast. The reality of it was there were guys in world strongman competitions who didn't have the body that he had, that were way stronger than Arnold, But that perception of the body, what your eyes see, it takes you to a place where you don't see the reality, and that's the way of the world. And people think musician, money shouldn't be an issue. Everybody's different. And everybody goes through different trials and different situations, regardless of what they do for a living. People just don't know the facts. They really don't. They think, these guys are making tons of money. They're not thinking about the venue, that has to make their money. They're not thinking about all of the workers for the venues that have to be paid. They're not thinking about the crew that has to be paid. They're not thinking about equipment. They're not thinking about gas. They're not thinking about food expenses while on the road. So many things that people don't even bat an eye at. They just see the surface. And they're not looking deeper and seeing the reality of it. And the reality of it is, Oz, with his medical insurance, it's not cheap. And you have bills that are coming in left and right. And it's really, it's so hard to make it, and what I want to say to everybody out there, getting to the point, don't just look at the surface. Everybody is a person. Everybody goes through different things. Everybody's in a different place. Be supportive. Be supportive because you don't know the facts. Be supportive because, he's in a tough spot right now. And he's in a tough spot right now. We need to pray for them. We need to pray for the band that they continue on. And I think it was so great that they went on into Australia. Michael and Robert and Perry went into Australia and made those commitments. And that's another thing. I've seen people say, well, they just went. One guy who will remain nameless was saying that they were just going to go into these different venues and make the money and split it between them. It's a commitment. As a band, you make a commitment to the fans and to the venues. Hey, we're going to be there. We're going to perform. It's not so easy to just shut down 2 or 3 months of touring and say we're not going to be there. You can't do that to the fans. It's a commitment. It's not just getting on stage and playing rock and roll. It's a job, And here again, people just look at the surface. It's a job. It's a commitment, So they did a tremendous job. Michael, a tremendous job keeping everything going on guitar, you know, while Oz is out showing truly what a great guitarist he is. Perry, who's come in and just, whenever I saw him at the Houston show, smile on his face. The guy just, you know, radiates that happiness and that joy and what you want to see in somebody filling that spot. So, and Robert, always just solid, always doing his thing and tearing up the drums. Just, I'm really excited about the future. Right now, we need to pray and we need to support Oz. And a lot of you have done that with the GoFundMe. Just tremendous what's been done and the money that's been raised to help him out. And I can tell you personally, you know, things can happen. You know, I tore a left bicep completely off the bone. I had to have tendon from, you know, a cadaver to reattach, to put things back together. So thank you, donors. But, you know, things can come up out of nowhere. And again, just looking at the surface, we all know medical insurance doesn't always cover everything. You have to have your deductible paid, and then the money starts to apply toward the principal. I mean, you know, people just looking at the surface, and it's sad. It really is sad. We all go through tough times in life, but one thing that you can take heart in, it's a scripture in the book of Revelations. It says, fix your eyes on what is unseen, for what is seen is temporary, and what's unseen is eternal. So that goes toward the physical and the spiritual. You know, fix your eyes on what is unseen. Don't always look at the surface. Look at the things that are beyond. You know, look at the things that are underneath. Do your research. And if you're going through a tough time, take heart in knowing that when this life is over, it's said and done. There's not going to be any more pain. There's not going to be any more frustration. All of those things will be gone. So those are things that we have to look forward to in the end. But in the flesh, just learn to not always assume things. You know, train yourself to not always assume. You know, to actually study and look underneath the surface. So that's what I wanted to get out there today. And Oz, we're praying for you, brother. Michael, the rest of the band, praying for you guys. Annie, know you're going through a lot. Praying for you. And Oz, man, get better soon, brother. Listen to the doctors. And get back out there soon, man. We love you. Take it easy.